Coming into this game, McCoy had 3 sacks on the season, 1st and 10 from the Bucs 35. McCoy sacks Matt Ryan for a loss of 4. Next play, why not? Now he sacks Ryan again for a loss of 10. Later in the second quarter, 3rd and 8 from the Buccaneers 21. McCoy sacks Ryan once again for a loss of 6 yards, puts a halt to the drive. McCoy finished with 6 tackles, 3 sacks, and 1 pass defended. Second quarter, game tied at 3. Buccaneers ball. Mike Glennon looking for Vincent Jackson. I just need one hand. That's all. 47-yard gain. Jackson is pumped. Watch it again. He looks the completion in. One arm. 1st and 10 from the Falcons 34. 3 plays later, 2nd and 19. It's Bobby Rainey who runs right into the end zone. Bobby Rainey's been good. Mike James was good. How was Doug Martin not good? Rainey loves it. Buccaneers lead 10-3. Ensuing Falcons possession, 1st and 10, their own 34. Ryan picked off by Mason Foster, and Mason Foster huffs, and he puffs, and he chugs, and he pulls a team of Clydesdales into the end zone for a 37-yard touchdown. Matt Ryan says, what has happened to us this season? What is going on? Buccaneers lead 17-3. Falcons get the ball back. Ryan finds Roddy White. White makes the play, but loses the football. Ball recovered by Mark Barron. Watch again. White gets tackled awkwardly by Deshaun Golston. Mason Foster fumbles before his knee touches the ground. White can't believe it. Buccaneers ball from their own 47. 1st and goal. It's Bobby Rainey again for a 3-yard touchdown. Buccaneers extend their lead 24-3. At this point, people were looking at their fantasy teams and saying, I'm not playing against Bobby Rainey today, am I? I'm not playing against him. That guy didn't start him, did he? I hope not. Third quarter, Buccaneers ball. They lead 24-6. Glennon drops back, throws it downfield for Vincent Jackson. This time, Vincent Jackson needs both hands. Slacker. 53-yard gain. Glennon is pumped. Next play, 1st and goal. It's Glennon, and it's Bobby Rainey. The 4-yard touchdown. Rainey, 30 attempts, 163 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns rushing, and 1 receiving. Bucks up 31-6. Ensuing Falcons possession, the punt is blocked by Dakota Watson. Recovered at the Falcons' 20-yard line. 1st and 10 from the Falcons' 20. Buccaneers 3rd and goal from the Falcons' 3. All right, the only guy who hasn't gotten in the end zone yet is Vincent Jackson. 3-yard touchdown catch, 10 catches, 165 and a score. Buccaneers win it by the final of 41-28. Mike Glennon, 231 through the air with 2 scores.
First time in 4 weeks this game was tied at 7, second quarter, when Akeem Hicks went up high on went up high on Matt Ryan, and everybody from 49ers Nation up in arms with the Falcons Nation that there was no flag here. How is there no flag called there?
Well, I think there probably should have been, and it just goes
probably
that way.
should have been. Not
Mike says,
definitely
hey,
should have been.
It shouldn't have been.
And instead,
it's the same play that happened last week in the San Francisco game.
Certainly more flagrant. And Atlanta got a field goal to go up 10-7 when Jimmy Graham is wide open, scores, dunks the ball so hard that the uprights are crooked. There had to be a timeout. They brought out a straight edge to get things back in order.
Every game that Jimmy Graham has played in, he's caught a touchdown against the Atlanta Falcons, 5 touchdowns. Every game they catch a touchdown, they win, and they did it again tonight.
Well, it's fitting they had a straight edge here. I mean, Arthur Blank did own Home Depot, right? I mean, they should have that sort of stuff handy, right?
There's the play that we're talking about right there early in the 4th quarter, the fumble by Darius Johnson. That turned the game right there.
It was a huge third down play previously that he dropped.
Corey White recovers as Keonta Dawson was the one who knocked the ball free. Rob Ryan is all fired up, giving everybody a "you the man" point as the Saints get the ball back. 17-13, 8 minutes to go, 3rd and 13. Drew Brees going up top. It's incomplete as he was going for Robert Meacham. Saints punt, so the Falcons get the ball back down 4 and begin to matriculate things. Matt Ryan to Tony Gonzalez. This is career catch 1,300. It's a good thing he didn't want to stay on campus back when you tried to get him to stay at Cal, right, Steve, back in the day?
Right.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go, 3rd and 15. We were talking about this play, Marshall. It should have been a different play call, you think?
I felt like, Rich, You got to just get enough in order to make fourth down manageable so you can go for it in that situation.
So Matt Bryant with the 52-yarder, it's good, except Sean Payton called a timeout, icing the kicker up 4 points. And guess what? It worked, because Matt Bryant, as I said, was iced up, son.
Yes, he was.
Either way, the defense has to make a stop right now.
Well, they had all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning remaining, and Mike Smith's defense could not make a stop. As soon the Saints were on the plus side of the field, and this was Pierre Thomas's night in a nutshell right there.
If the Saints can do this, if they can run the ball to finish the game, then everybody in the league is in trouble. Everybody in the league is in trouble if they can do that.
10 rushes, 73 yards, and also 5 receptions, 57 yards for Pierre Thomas. Drew Brees, 23 of 33, 278 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Look who's flying high these days. Cam and the Panthers. Winners of 7 in a row.
Boy, balling, I'm telling you.
Taking on the improved Buccaneers, but they couldn't stay with him.
Listen, Chris, I'm telling them the way an MVP candidate looks is about to change at the quarterback position. It's not all about 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
He ran for 57 on this play. And then 2 plays later, look at this. Back in the end zone to Brandon LaFell. Nice tippy toe.
Nice.
Yeah, LaFell's really starting to make some plays, too, man. He's really starting to come on.
You talking about catching the ball?
Yeah, he makes some plays.
All right, right before halftime, 4th and goal. Riverboat Ron goes for it, and Cam extends the ball. It was knocked loose, but look, breaks the plane for a 6 rushing touchdown.
You got a quarterback 6'5", 240. You might as well let him do it.
You can't defend that.
You can't stop that.
You're vertically challenged.
That dude right there is going, I'm telling you.
Hey, Mike Glennon's played well so far. Thrown a TD in 8 straight games to open his career, but here that's a problem.
They throw every down because they're losing, Chris.
And Revis Island, not a good place to vacation on Thanksgiving weekend.
Y'all gonna do that, man.
Yeah, Cam to Ted Ginn Jr. Now watch how open he got, because Ted Ginn just did the old okey doke on him, Tron.
Yeah. See, the thing about Revis should be up there bumping. The old Revis that we know and love, but he's looking in the backfield. He's patting himself in his defense to fit in, not to be an outsider. But Revis, they have to let Revis get back to the old Darrell Revis.
Don't you have to know your guy, know the guy?
You got to know your personnel.
Ain't no hitch.
On this one, a hitch in Revis' shoulder. He was done for the day. Meantime, Panthers have won 8 straight for the first time in franchise history. Time to ice up, son.
He had an 8-game winning streak on the line. Breeze and the Saints unbeaten at home. But this would be a tough test against Cam Newton and company. Cam having a rough night in New Orleans. Cam, look out, hanging in the pocket, and he goes down. The Panthers would have to settle for a field goal and a 3-0 lead.
He's not doing the Superman.
Can you do that?
He did it. Don't step on the Superman.
Oh, my. On the next possession, incomplete to Greg Olsen, so the Panthers have to settle for another field goal. It's 6-0 late in the second quarter. Panthers trailing 14-6. Cameron Jordan getting to Cam. They were all over him.
That was the theme all night. They were putting Cam on his back all night long.
Well, Marcus Colston, 1 touchdown in the last 10 games, but 4 in his last 3 games against the Panthers.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying I think something good is going to happen here involving Marcus Colston, and it does. A touchdown there. The Saints up 7-6 after a 9-play, 80-yard drive. And on the next possession, give me some more Colston.
Brian, why is your man playing on the back line of the end zone?
Well, he won't be back there next week, I promise. It don't make any sense at all.
Well, we've seen him run it before very well. The 2-minute drill, Drew Brees and the Saints trying to rebound from last week. Here's Colston again for a pickup of 19. On the next play, 1:50 left on the clock, over to Sproles.
This is one of the best screen running teams in the game, and Sproles he's really their MVP next to Drew Brees.
Well, here's Brees again to, I guess you could say, another one of their most important players, Jimmy Graham, for the 5-yard touchdown. 21-6, the Saints are up at halftime.
Use him on the basketball team, fine.
Yeah.
Man, he would do some damage there as well.
Fourth quarter.
Newton can't find anyone, and look at that. Cameron Jordan again. You were right, LT. This was a theme. They just kept getting in there and disrupting his rhythm.
They couldn't block Cameron Jordan. He had a great night.
With 4. We're rushing 4 all night.
Well, here's Brees to Jimmy, breaking a couple of tackles and running guys over for 8 yards.
Physical out there.
Breeze, by the way, goes
Pay
over
that man
50,000 passing yards for his career. He is now ranked 5th all time. Very next play, 1st and goal at the 8. Breeze to Graham, stretches over for the touchdown. It's 31-6, and the Saints go on to win it, beating the Panthers. For the first time in 8 games, the Panthers go down the final 31-13. I guess last week we all wanted to forget about the Saints. They're back.
Panthers win. They lock up a playoff berth for the first time in 5 years. Coach is all set for this one. Steve Smith was ready to go, but he just didn't play very long. Injured knee in the first quarter. MRI scheduled for Monday. He fears ligament damage. He said.
Need him in the playoffs. Ice up, son.
That's huge, man.
I ain't want to mess with the ice up.
Nah, he needs to.
Bad news for the Saints D as well in this one. Kenny Vaccaro, the rookie out of Texas, he's been so good in their secondary.
He's really been good.
Ian Rappaport reports fractured ankle for
praying
the kid.
for both of you guys, man.
Pick it up scoreless in the first. Remember, Charles Brown replaced at left tackle this week by Teron Armstead. The rookie had never seen any offensive snaps in the NFL. Greg Hardy got him for 3 of Carolina's 6 sacks on the day. Second quarter, Saints now leading 3-0. Onside kick, and Ramon Umber recovers.
You had to know that Sean Payton was going to try everything after shaking up his lineup this week.
It's just like the Super Bowl against the Colts. And then Breeze picked off, though, by Thomas Davis.
Great call right there. Sean McDermott drew up a nice blitz. That right there tricked Drew.
Next play, here's D'Angelo Williams. He's so good at times, isn't he? Why isn't he better?
Why 41 always in the highlights?
Well, he's there. Or at least he's close to the play.
They had only 222 yards of total offense. In the third, Saints down 1, 4th and 12. Now, remember, they cut Garrett Hartley, their kicker, this week. Here's Shane Graham from 52 yards out, or perhaps not. Luke McCown's Josh's brother, right? He's the backup QB. We're running a play on 4th and 12. Who are we looking for? It's the best guy we got, Jimmy Graham. It's just... give him a chance to get it.
Got to put the ball somewhere. Your job is to give this man an opportunity.
He cut the route off. That wasn't a bad throw.
It's the wrong McCown.
Now time for our 5-day forecast. It's going to rain a lot, and there's going to be some silly college kid.
That's somebody's son. That's somebody's son, Chris.
I wouldn't claim it. Not after that, look.
Jimmy Graham right there from the U.
Boy, did he get it done on this drive. Look at him break it open.
It's like a rebound.
That's one of the
6 yards on that.
That's one of the few times that Carolina went for the play and didn't make it.
Then 9 plays later, how do you cap a 97-yard drive?
You're absolutely right. They play much more aggressive.
You look for Jimmy Graham, his 15th touchdown.
That's like an alley-oop right there.
And that was a basketball alley-oop. Yes, it was.
Then he gets the dunk, and so does Teron Armstead. Wow.
I'd like to see the big fellas get up like that.
Athletic,
I know, he ran a 4.71 in the 40 at the combine.
Why does it matter what a lineman runs in the 40?
Because
later on, Cam, with under 3 minutes to go, hits Greg Olsen on 3rd and 9. Now they're short.
Out of there quick now.
So with 2 timeouts left, get the punt team on there, Ron Rivera. Let's hurry it up. They couldn't get it off before the 2-minute warning, so the Saints get it back. Panthers use their timeouts. Now on 3rd down, they stop them shy of the line to gain, so they got a punt. They do. So Carolina gets it back. Their own 35, no timeouts left, under a minute to go against Rob Ryan's D. How's Cam going to do?
And this defense came.
Well, here is the biggest play of the game. Newton.
Look how he stands in that pocket, man. That's what I'm talking about.
He's got 10 years,
That's Superman standing there now.
That's a gain of 37. They're in field goal territory.
Ginn was going to get out of bounds anyway.
2 plays later, Newton looking for Greg Olsen.
Look at this, man. Oh, man. I'm talking about this last drive. Cam turned into somebody. He turned into somebody from Krypton.
Now 2 plays later.
Watch him standing now. Look at that.
For Dominic Hickson, his first touchdown of the year.
Didn't budge, didn't flinch, stood up. They got that ball delivered. I was like, wow, on that last drive. We got to talk about that.
Take the lead. Ron Rivera's all pumped up.
Should be.
Rob Ryan looks like a wet poodle.
He's upset.
And Cam is loving life. But the Saints get the ball in Panthers territory. And it's, of course, a Hail Mary when the Saints are involved.
I don't know why people don't just pick the ball off, man.
What?
Just intercept the ball.
Okay.
It gets knocked down by Mike Mitchell. The Panthers are playoff bound.
I'll be running
Jeff
right
Darlington
now.
caught up with Cam